Hello everyone, Shinobu here, and welcome to a very special video. To celebrate my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, as well as surpassing 50 subscribers, today I'll be hosting my first Q&A video. Before we get started, I just want to thank everyone who submitted your questions on my YouTube channel and Instagram profile. I've seen a lot of good, crazy, and weird answers that came up on the question bar, but I'm just really excited to read them all to you viewers. Now, from what I'm seeing, there are a lot more responses on Instagram than YouTube, so I guess we'll be starting with YouTube comments first before we get into the Instagram ones. Also, I did another Q&A tab after hitting 50 subscribers, so I will also be reading those too. Now with that settled, let's begin this Q&A session. Okay, let's get started with the questions from my 1-year anniversary on YouTube video. This first one comes from 0_YT_0, and he says, Questions. Who's your favorite female in Demon Slayer? What's your favorite insect? And what's your least favorite Hashira? Well, to answer your first question, it's actually not myself. I mean, I can't like myself. Who does that anyway? But you wouldn't be surprised about this. But my favorite female character is Mitsuri. I was gonna say my big sister, but there's something sweet about Ms. Kenroji that made me like her a lot. Maybe it's her kindness and personality, or her physical strength. Obviously, she's stronger than me. But we made so much interactions with each other to the point we become best friends. And honestly, I'm very happy that Mitsuri is always there for me, no matter where we are. Now to answer your second question. I do have a lot of favorite insects that pop up in my mind, but if I was to choose my favorite, it has to be the butterfly, because it's been a signature to my role as a Hashira for many years. So, the butterfly is my favorite insect. And lastly, what is my least favorite Hashira? Well, it has to be Uzui. Don't get me wrong, he's still cool, but he tends to be loud and kinda braggy about his flamboyant personality. Also, he would sometimes talk about my physical looks, which I think it's very awkward and embarrassing at the same time. And please don't mention about what happened to Aoi and my butterfly triplets. I gave him a good lesson after that incident. Alright, now with that question done, let's move on to the next one, which comes from #D5D, and it reads, My questions are name, where are you from, and favorite anime. This should be a quick question to answer, but to give you my name is Shinobu Kocho. I am from Japan, which is pretty obvious, and my favorite anime is Demon Slayer. I also like other animes like JJK, AOT, and many others. But in real life, well, I want to remain anonymous, and I do apologize if I kinda broke the fourth wall. Now looking at the rest of the comments, most of them are comments that said congratulations and happy anniversary on YouTube, which I thank all of you for. Now we move on to the community post I did a month ago. And even though I only have 2 comments, it's at least better than nothing. I'll sort it by newest first, starting with Barnitsamanta5930, and he says, Hello. Well, hello Barnitsamanta. Glad you were able to comment on my community post. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, but thanks for the kind comment. And this last comment goes by the name of Gigi01, and I love that Rengoku profile picture. Anyways, his comment reads, Merry Christmas. I know this is late, but Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you too. I hope your day is doing good just like mine. I guess that's all of the YouTube comments, but I haven't seen the comments on Instagram, and there are a lot of responses. I will go over the ones I haven't responded before, since some of these questions are repeats from the previous questions I answered. The first question from my Instagram page comes from Kanai Pillar. It's not really a question, but she says, Trick and Treat Vocaloid. I have no idea what you're talking about there, but I'm guessing that is a Vocaloid song. I don't think I've never listened to that song before, so I'll pass. This next question is also confusing, but Yutahimi_5 just said Servant of Evil, Doma AI. I'm guessing she's telling me to do a Doma AI cover of Servant of Evil. That would be a good idea, but it's not in the plans right now. Maybe I will in the future, but I will let you know if I'm about to make it. Here's a good question from Sub has appeared, and it says, Why are you turning yourself into a poison bomb? Surely Kanai wouldn't want that. Honestly, you will have to read the manga to understand why I injected 37 kilograms of poison into my body. It's really hard to explain. Here's an interesting question. And this is from Liam Ba is male. And he says, "Why Shinobu? What do you like most about her?" Curious. I mean, is it because of my looks? My pretty face? My personality? I guess I'm just that attractive. Oh dear. Pillar Kanroji, I'm sorry I wasn't able to accept your collab earlier. There was so much I've been doing in Instagram for the past months. But don't worry, as soon as I see that invite, I'll accept it, okay? This next person has a bunch of letters and numbers. It's common for Instagram users to have this kind of username, but to better understand it, it says Butterfly Warrior. And she says, "Is it true that Shinobu deserves way more from fans?" To be honest, I do feel like an overrated character, but I think the fans really love me for what I do in the manga and anime. But I think some underrated characters needs more attention. Still, I appreciate everyone who supports me no matter what I do. Here's a simple question from Hidashi51_, and she says, "How are you, my friend? I'm doing fine. I'm on break from doing all of the work for the Butterfly Mansion. I hope your day is as good as mine." This next question comes from Tokido._71, and he said, "Do you like Tomioka?" Well, you see, Tomioka-san is a really nice person to talk to. He's kind, respectful, and handsome. But he does tend to stay closer to me whenever I'm around. I guess I do like Tomioka for what he does. Although he needs to be more social with the other Demon Slayers besides me and Tanjiro. Oh, thank you for the kind message, Bomadian_DZ. Your support really makes me happy. Honestly, I just love reading these kind messages from my fans. It really brightens up my day every single time whenever I read them. Okay, just a few more messages, and we'll move on. This next one comes from Tomioka Pillar, and he said, "What will be your YouTube name? I think you've come to the right place, because this is my YouTube channel. No further explanation is needed, but please subscribe." Now how about this username? This person goes by the name of Shinobu XKNY. I love your profile name. Anyways, you said to me, "Why are you like Shinobu?" Because I am basically Shinobu. Does that answer your question? Okay, that's all of the questions from the first Instagram question box. Only 2 responses from this box are the ones I mentioned earlier in this video, so I won't reread your answers. But let's move on to the second question box I posted on my Instagram story a couple of months later. I posted my second question box on Instagram on December 10th, 2024. And just by looking at these responses, there isn't that many unlike the previous one. I'm currently seeing some odd responses, but only one of the 5 replies is a question I already answer. So, I'll pass on the 5th question. So that leaves me with 4 unanswered questions. I guess I'll start with the good ones. And from what I'm seeing, I saw that MHM Dalmedy920 responded by putting 2 purple heart emojis and 3 butterfly emojis on his question box. Thank you so much for your response. Again, I love it when my fans send me messages on how much you love me. You guys are amazing! Oreo Staria, what is this response that says, "Not bad your Insta page"? What does it mean? I'm not sure if this comment is negative or positive, but it sucks that some people have different opinions on me. But all I care about is my supporters, and I know there are a lot of you out there, so I'm glad to interact with all of my fans. The last 2 comments all came from Tomioka Giyu #1, and he said, "Why you never see DMs, and why you don't reply?" To answer your first question, Tomioka, I have just been so busy doing chores for the Butterfly Mansion for the past months. Also, I've set my DM requests to private because of possible scams. I can only accept DMs if they're part of my general or primary group chat on Instagram. And that same goes for your second question. Again, there were a lot of chores I have to do that are more important, but I will make sure to reply to one of your DMs if I have enough time to do so. And with that, that's all of the questions I've answered. Once again, thank you to everyone who submitted your questions. It was so fun reading these to you all, and I hope you enjoyed my responses. I'm looking forward to the next Q&A video if I hit another milestone on YouTube. I'll let you know when the next one is, and hopefully I can have a lot more responses compared to this video. But that's gonna do it for me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you'll stay notified on when the next video will come out on my channel. And don't forget to share this video to other social media platforms. Not only this can help my channel grow, but it will expand my audience. So feel free to share this video if you want. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!